It is about 4 in the morning at the time I'm making this, and I am very, very tired. During the day, when I was at work, my dog, he wasn't feeling the best. He's had stomach problems, he's been having diarrhea, he's vomiting. He's not feeling too hot. So earlier tonight, around midnight or so after I finished streaming, I saw that my dog had some bloody diarrhea in his stool. And it was like something you'd see out of Saw. There was like blood splatter everywhere. I guess he was just pushing too hard because he ate too much Taco Bell one night, but it was not looking good. And this has kind of happened before. He's a very, very stressed dog. He's got a lot of anxiety. I wouldn't be surprised if he needs his own stress relief dog. But he is very, very nervous all the time, and it's really difficult to get him to try and open up sometimes. So sometimes the stress takes over and causes him to have bad stomach issues or diarrhea and vomit. Now this is my dog. His name is Milo. He's a Lab Retriever mix, about 4 years old. He is my best friend. He loves my mom more than me, but he's always sticking to me. He always wants affection. He's just very, very shy in any situation. But he is my best friend, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for him because he's my partner in crime. So after I noticed this, I took him to the emergency room vet, which was right down the street. Wasn't too big a drive. I just wanted to get him looked at in case something bad was happening with him. And that was my first mistake. So cut to when I get to the emergency room, they say that before we can see him, we have to charge you $175 just to get into the exam room. Now, I know a lot of vets do this sometimes. It's standard protocol. They just charge you for your money so that way they can just get him in there, which they didn't really do much. They just checked his vitals, make sure his heartbeat was okay. He wasn't like doing anything. They said his heartbeat was elevated, which of course I know his fucking heartbeat was elevated. We were at the fucking vet. This ain't Disneyland. Now, when I brought him in, there was about 4 other people who were ahead of me, and each one was taking about an hour, hour and a half at most just to hear an update. They were going down the list. I was last in line. It was taking so long that at this point, I was just deciding, you know what, just get my dog out of here. He's probably got an upset stomach anyway. And they actually had to bring him out of the kennel area because he was so stressed that he was not letting anyone touch him. He was terrified. So they brought him out to the waiting room so that he could wait with me, which I did not know my dog was that kind of stressed when it came to stuff. I guess he was just traumatized from what he had gone through that previous day because he did not want to deal with any of it. A few hours later, I noticed that he was actually doing a little bit better. He was getting a little bit more affectionate. He started to kind of follow me, wag his tail a little bit. He was starting to get back to normal. So before I decided to leave, I just wanted to wait a little bit to see how long it would probably take for him to get checked out. And the people who were before me, they had a cat who had like some stitches because it was like a little kitten. I guess it got into something, but I heard their bill. It was about over $1,000 because of all of these fees that they were giving them. Like $30 pretty much just to shave the cat's fur to where they need a cut. Fucking at that point, I'll just shave the dog myself and take him in. I don't need to be charged for a haircut that's more expensive than my own. And then they had the kennel cost, they had the nail clipping cost. There was a cost for almost everything. It's like buying an Apple product with them. You have to have every single piece of technology in order for the phone to fucking function. So as soon as I heard that, I realized I'm getting the fuck out of here. This dog is probably just having a bad episode of the shits. And he pushed a little too hard. So that's what I decided to do. So I waited at the front desk. I was waiting for like 30 minutes just to hear for someone to come back. They didn't. And I was looking over the desk and it sees like all these fees that are laid out so people can hear about them, I guess, when they're on the phone. The first thing I saw was the euthanization fee. Now, I don't like to talk about that because I've had to put my own dogs down in the past. It's a very, very sad ordeal. But the things that these people charge for that shit is ridiculous. And there's even separate fees. There's fees for existing patients and then there's fees for first-time patients. Guess how much the fucking existing patients cost? For a dog under 25 pounds, it costs almost $200 for euthanasia. That's how much it cost for me to take my dog into the first place. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? And for the non-existing one, it's almost double that. I don't know why the fuck they're doing it like that. It's horrible. You're freaking capitalizing on having someone lose a friend, a partner. And I love my dog. Everyone loves their dogs, their cats, their pets. It's horrible. Now, I have my own vet that I take my dog to. I just couldn't take him to this one because it was so late at night and they only operate during the day and you have to make an appointment. So I was kind of rushing to see what I could do for my dog so he'd feel better. But this was just ridiculous. I ended up staying for 4 or 5 hours before I decided to call it quits and just leave, because I was not going to wait till fucking 8 a.m., the graveyard shift, to finish for them to at least check on my dog and say, oh yeah, he's got a bad stomach problem, and then charge me about $500 or $600 on top of that to poke him and prod him for stuff that he didn't need in the end. So it was a really, really bad experience. Now, thankfully, my dog, he's feeling a lot better. He's eating rice. He's eating like boiled chicken. He's drinking lots of water. So that's a very good thing. He's actually doing a lot better now too. He started to sleep on my bed a little bit. He was getting a little bit more affectionate. He's starting to run around a little bit more. So it was just a stomach ache. Nothing serious. Nothing worth paying thousands of dollars for. But it's just so alarming to see how expensive the vet is and other medical offices are. I know it's a lot to do. It's, you know, getting people to work there, the amount of cost it takes to run machines, the tuition costs for people to learn these skills so that they can go work in the vet offices. But you don't have to charge an arm and a leg that nobody can pay. It's ridiculous. I feel like if there's nothing wrong with the dog at all, you should just do the one-time fee and then not charge me anything else. It's not necessary. Don't go adding hidden fees that I wasn't aware of, so that way you can increase your profit margins. And that's a scummy thing too I hate about, you know, bills and hidden fees. They just come at you like trap cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! They hit fast, they hit hard, and they piss everyone off. So needless to say, I'm not taking my dog back to that vet. I'm just gonna stick with my vet. And if he has another diarrhea event, I'm just gonna wait a little bit to see if it passes, because it's not worth it to go all through these hoops just to find out that nothing was wrong with him in the first place. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to rant about. I was just so tired and exhausted from dealing with this whole ordeal. But other than that though, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll talk to you later. See ya.